Previously, you guys were speaking with Zekrom and Micah in his keep, where you were enlisted to join the Order of the Dragon. You were branded with special dragon sigils that had a dragon flaring out its wings, breathing a little bit of fire, and a circle around it. They were all put on your shoulder to signify your joining of the Order of the Dragon. And the Order of the Dragon being a group that protects the realm and its people, represents selflessness and putting others first, essentially. It's a large organization from what you heard from Zekrom, and there is dire news that he's about to speak to you, but it all begins with a kind of origin story, per se, on someone of a boy by the name of Vecna, which is where we jump right back into. So, you guys are in the inn, or in the keep, and Zekrom continues. He says, "First, I must tell you all of the story of a young child named Vecna. He was born in a village very long ago. The village wasn't exactly a very popular one, but it was his village. And he was born to his mother, who gave birth to him, and she was a practicer of dark magic. And in this point in time, magic was outlawed by its ruling king before Arceus. And once the village mayor caught wind that this woman was practicing dark magic, they had her hung and stoned, where she died. Our young child disappeared that day from the village and didn't reappear for many years. Much time later, my predecessors, even in the Order of the Dragon, found a young man who went by the same name, Vecna. His power was formidable. He was very in tune with the forest, and he drew much magic within himself from the trees, from the life that he was able to bring from the forest. We were able to find from the young man that his mother was a druid, and she passed her talents onto him before she passed away. We took him into the Order of the Dragon. We didn't know what he was capable of or how much anger he held within himself. Not until some time later. He always had a yearning for violent magic, which is something a lot of the mages in the Order tend to stray away from. But he had an obsession, almost. Down the road, he created a book. In this book, he pulled together many deceased mages of the Order. He bound their flesh to the book and crafted pages. He used their blood to write inside this book. He titled the book the Necronomicon. Unfortunately, he was sort of corrupted from that point with the book. Due to his creation, he was immediately expelled from the Order. for such a creation, and we took hold of the book, and we kept it safe ever since. In the Dry Tower, far south from here, protected by the highest mages in the Order, Prometheus included in them. In 1 week, we're having a meeting here in this village where many people from the Order of the Dragon are coming to have a discussion on some recent events that have taken place. Take this week to get to know the village, meet some of our people, rest, help those who might need help. We have one of the higher ups coming in, someone a higher rank than Micah or myself, coming to speak on this news. That's all I am at liberty to say at this point, without overstepping my boundaries. But that is the same boy, Vecna, is at large, and that is the headline for the news we will be hearing about in 1 week. Take this time to rest, gather yourselves, and prepare. Do you guys have any questions for me?
The Dry Tower's that one the southeast, right?
Yeah, almost directly south of us, more southwestish, but just barely.
Huh.
Has he ever threatened this village before? Vecna?
Who? Vecna? No.
He's never made an attempt.
He's never really had a quarrel with my village, at least. He's always sort of... We haven't heard from him in a few years now, but some of our agents in the field have caught him having dealings with the Royal Army that have grown concern. And we have caught wind of Vecna having agents of his own out in the realm, some of which I hear you have already dealt with.
We have.
His forces are growing larger, and this is one of the biggest causes for this meeting coming next week.
We feared him coming here when we came here.
I don't foresee him coming to my village. I don't even know if he knows it exists. Vecna he was very high ranked in the Order, and in the Order for far longer than I have been. And he had a much higher rank than me. I know I might have a pose of an authority, but as far as the Order goes, my ranking is not very high at all.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Okay.
I'll be at that meeting.
Flinnigan, Orbweeb, Corwin, do you have any questions?
Not at the moment. I'll let you know if I do.
You see he nods his head a little bit and looks up to Corwin. You?
Yeah, so he brought up several figures with him. Or did Vecna have a large following altogether? Or was he kind of a solo act?
No, as far as when he was in the Order, at least, he was always a lone wolf, a loner. A lot of our mages weren't particularly fond of his obsession over offensive magic.
Understandable.
We are highly trained in defensive arts, in moral code with the Order. He's always taken a point to shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah, notice that.
I would have to say, if you did have a run-in with any of his agents of evil, you are lucky to be alive. He's a powerful foe, and not a foe anyone wants to have, but some must have.
To be fair, we didn't really have an option.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And it's unfortunate you had to have him run in that close with death. But as far as your protection and safety goes, you should feel and take some solace in knowing that you have allies in the Order who can help and protect you than being on your own.
Takes a village.
There is good news. As far as the Order goes, if we ever task you to go on jobs or to do any missions, you will be paid handsomely. The Order does pay, because we know there's an economy that needs to be held. It's not free labor.
Thank you for all of your hospitality and generosity. We really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you joining the Order and offering a helping hand.
We're happy to help in any way that we can.
May I ask, while we have you here in the week coming to this meeting, do you know of anybody that could help or we've learned to read? She's very keen on learning, and I seem to be a very bad teacher.
He sort of shakes his head. It kind of looks over to Micah and looks back over to Orbweeb.
Anybody patient?
Hey.
Unfortunately, no. I might be able to ask around and see what I can do, but I would have to say no for now.
That's
Okay.
understandable.
I'm
It's
sure I
kind-
can figure it out.
Let's start with pictures first, and we'll identify those.
DM, throw me a bone.
I already have, you just don't know it yet. Do you guys have any questions for me anymore?
I don't.
I do not.
Preston is frozen.
Oh yeah, he is. He looks so
Hey.
happy.
He looks so happy.
Aww.
Keep him there, you know?
Look at the
Just-
happy boy.
Look at that boy right there.
Oh.
He's so happy.
You should make that his thumbnail for...
I'm going to. It's going to be super easy
Yeah,
to find
dude.
when I'm scrubbing the
I was-
video, and I'm like,
Oh, it's gonna be so easy. Oh, look, he's just still.
He stopped moving.
Turns out he's not frozen. He's just very happy.
He's just
That would
very
be
happy to be in this
Incredible standstill.
film. Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
What a good
That's
moment.
like
I feel like
squirrel
if
in
it
the
froze on
road.
me, I'd be like,
Yeah,
Right?
it's almost like the ugliest face. That's
I'd be like mid
charming.
yawn or something.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be like, "Ugh."
Wow. Frozen and enjoy.
I feel like he might not even know. I'm gonna need to call him.
You might
I'm
need
sure
to
he knows.
stupid
Because he
Discord.
either
Hold
can't
on.
hear
He
us
just
anymore.
messaged The
Did
chat.
he? Okay, he knows. Okay. Sometimes mine freezes, man. I don't even know.
Yeah, that'll happen to me where I'm just like,
You're still talking, and you're like, why is anybody
and everyone's
replying?
like, you're like, oh, she froze, and you're like, damn it.
That or I'm not watching the cameras too closely. I'm like looking at a character sheet while I'm talking, and I look back and everyone's frozen. And I'm like, fuck.
You're like, what did y'all catch from that?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Subspace. Corwin died. Anyway, I'm just,
Corwin is dead. We killed him off. Again.
and he gets back to like, oh, you didn't hear the bad news?
Yeah. While you were gone, we had a battle, and Corwin didn't make it.
He kerplunked right off the planet.
Anyway, check out this cool bracelet I have.
Cool.
Oh, that looks awesome.
It's got like an anchor on it and like a ship steering wheel.
Where did
Some
you get that?
Universal Studios.
Oh, neat.
I also bought a DeLorean. Now that we have a break for a second, I'm going to show you this.
Off he goes
There you go.
into the cosmos. Said my
Very
internet.
good.
Shit, hold on.
Oh no.
You guys ever seen Back to the Future?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out.
I wish you weren't in a cloud. I want to see it better.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the car?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you
That's
can
dope.
and it can glow. Wait.
Wow.
That's cool.
Very nice.
That's super neat. I like little collector's items like that you can hang up. Put up.
Yeah. I'm debating on keeping it in the box or not.
You know,
Yeah.
I always want to say like keep it in the box, but it's like if you want to pull it out and enjoy it, don't
Yeah.
bug on yourself.
I also
for that,
feel like
you
it looks a
know?
little tacky in the box, you know?
I get that.
I feel like if I just had it like sitting there, like on a shelf or something, it would look more like, I don't know, natural.
Yeah, it's not like a Funko Pop, you know. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it could sit on its own.
It's
I
not
think
like
it
it's
would.
gonna be worth $1 million in like 20 years. So it's like, what
Right.
do I keep
I
it in
know.
the box for? Who am I
Matt
doing
got a
that
Funko
for?
Pop, and he like took it out of the box, and I was like, no, and he was like, who cares? It's mine, and I'm not selling it. And I was like, very good point.
Fair enough.
Actually, I was like, yeah,
Funko Pops are like their own thing, though.
yeah. I don't even know how those really took off.
They're like, what was it? Beanie Babies back in the day? When they became
No.
worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like overnight, and now they're
For
worthless.
real. I think Beanie Babies are like Squishmallows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I had a Squishmallow at one point when I was like 15 or 16.
I have
Yeah,
a
I'm thinking of
pumpkin
the same thing.
Squishmallow. Oh, Princess is making an appearance.
Hi, Princess.
Aw.
Carwin!
Hello, boy.
No audio. Oh, wait.
You were. Oh, I heard
Yep.
You gotta turn my camera on though.
Okay.
Hey,
you. Frozen such a joyous face.
I saw as soon as I said something, I was like, I'm not moving. That's a problem.
Yep. Okay. Where was I? Oh. Do you guys have any more questions for me before I let you get some well-deserved rest?
I don't have any more questions for you. I don't know if my party mates do.
No. Okay. Get some rest. Mentally prepare for the news we are receiving next week. And I will see you all next week. You all sort of head out of his inn together, and you spend the next week doing various things. This is the roles I had us do off stream. This is where they kind of take place. We're doing a 1 week later time jump. As far as Des Moines, you were doing a lot of fights and gambling. You were working on your gear. You were getting connected with magic. In the process, you managed to get yourself 100 gold pieces.
Oh, dope.
You managed to get a +1 to your strength modifier to a max of 18.
I have to write this down.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Same for you guys. You're probably going to need to write it down.
I was like, I can't put these things in fast enough. Plus
That's
one to.
what she said.
Shut the fuck up. Plus one strength. What was the first one?
100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces. Okay.
You got 100 gold pieces from gambling and fighting.
Yes. Just
Nice.
how my character would have done it.
You had a +1 to your strength score to a max of 18. Not a modifier +1, but a score +1.
Yes.
You got a +1 to your intelligence score to a max of 18. And all of your gear has been reconditioned and is in good shape.
Awesome.
Has exhaustion and stuff been taken away?
As exhaustion taken away.
Yes, everyone's fully long rested. All exhaustion is gone. All health is back. All spell slots are back.
So, let me
Yeah,
go
all
modify some things.
Good.
We're feeling positive here.
I gotta rest up O'Flanagan too. He is hurting. Okay. He's rested. Corwin, your gear is fully repaired, conditioned, not prone to breaking anytime soon unless you fuck up really bad. You did a lot of information brokering. You are down 10 gold.
Like the game of life.
Yep. You spent some gold to find out some valuable information on what's going on throughout the realm. And you got your hands on some quests for the party to work on, if they so choose so. I will give you some various breakdowns. The first quest is the Dragon Ore quest. A Dragonborn blacksmith needs a rare ore for his special steel called Dragon Steel. I'll also send this to you too. He needs someone to go to the mines under the mountain at a nearby cave entrance, and as a reward, he will make each member a simple weapon of their choice made of dragon steel. Dragon Steel gets a +1 to all damage rolls and can't be destroyed by ordinary fire. The ingot itself is a steel that was smelted by the extinct dragon species that essentially fused with dragon fire and hardened again. The ore itself is supposed to be unbreakable by ordinary means. You have the Talisman quest. You have minor cracks in your talisman, and you are growing concerned over this issue. There is the missing children of Baden's Rock. Baden's Rock has been tormented for a month. A prosperous village famous for its ales has been rumored to be haunted on a nightly basis, where children up and vanish in the night, never to be found again. They need a hero to save the children of Baden's Rock. The mayor, Baden, is offering 2,000 gold to the hero who can stop the menace and save the missing children. 1,000 if the children cannot be found. The Black Tower and the Eyeglass. Saros created a very advanced eyeglass that he is able to use to tinker with at a very high zoom rate. He ventured southward in the mountains outside of the village to where he found a small clearing with a black tower in the center. He stepped inside and a shadowy figure appeared. He got scared and dropped his eyeglass. It's now been left there and he needs it retrieved. 100 gold to retrieve it. The stolen jewel of the capital. In the Waterfall Citadel, a jewel has been stolen by a thief at large and infamous. In the Citadel, the Ortenga squad is asking for any who may be able to help with a heavy cash reward for this mystery to be solved. And finally, the potion shop owner needs a special herb only found in a lake down the west path of the mountain, where you guys originally came from Pelios. It's underwater and rumored to be guarded by a strange sea beast, offering 500 gold. That is the gist of all the stuff that happened to you this last week. You spent time info gathering, brokering. You lost some gold, but you got a lot of valuable information. Orbweeb. Orbweeb spent the week with O'Flanagan, who taught Orbweeb how to read Aarakocra, but can't speak it, and can read and write basic common. Nothing advanced.
But I was getting there.
When Flynn was hunting small game on the outskirts of the village, Orbweeb spent more of her time rereading books, studying the quizzes Flynn would give her, and trying really hard to be able to understand language clearly. Orbweeb gets a +2 to intelligence score to a max of 16.
Good for you.
You basically spent your entire week reading, learning how to read, but you get a bonus language of the Aarakocra language, because that was the language O'Flanagan was the most familiar with and able to teach the most efficiently.
Awesome.
Okay. You guys have any questions? Do you want to take a second to write all that down or get that inputted?
Yeah, can we take a second?
Just want to make sure I got all the quests. The Dragon Steel, fix the talisman,
Let me
Veins
send you
were
a
up.
copy.
Okay.
I
Like-
can't seem to just add a +1.
You have to go into like
You have to like
To the
edit your
ability
character.
Yeah, you have to like go in and like edit your character to do that.
Yeah, so I'm in the ability scores portion of that. And I just
I might be
there's
able
a
to do it
spot
for
that
you.
says that says override score, but I'm not able to type anything into it, and it only is giving me the allotted points that I already have with my
I
level.
might have to do it.
Okay.
Demonia. Edit.
Demonia.
Level 20.
Demonia might even have a +1 on her strength. I remember when I got out of that -1 zone. It's a good day. I don't know why I didn't put more into my strength, because honestly it would make sense if my character was super strong. For all the shit she's been through.
Absolutely. At the circus, like, gotta be able to
Yeah.
lift shit.
Yeah, it's a manual job.
Hmm.
I didn't really take that into account.
Your strength
Make the
score is
character.
total of 11, huh? Boom. I overrode your score to an 11.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to do mine too.
Okay.
I'm eating a French onion soup bread pudding right now.
Unfortunately, your strength is still a +0, but you're 1 point away from getting a +1.
1 point closer. I'll take it.
Did you say I could read or speak Aarakocra?
You are able to read Aarakocra, but you can't speak it.
That's fair. If I start talking, just tell them to write it
You
down.
can read and speak Common on a basic level.
How do you spell Aarakocra?
Just give it your best shot.
Okay.
So I have no fucking clue.
I could look it up, but I just don't have energy.
It's fair.
Okay.
AARAKOKRAN.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Aarakocra.
It's KOCRA. Oh, it's- You said KO. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
It does matter. How do you spell it?
It's AARA KOCRA.
Damn.
Wow,
Or we've got 15 intelligence now.
I'm so smart. That's all I needed, dude. I just needed to know how to read, man. That's the only that I'm gonna be a genius now that I can read books. That's all
Trying to
she
be all-
needed.
You'd be all
That was her biggest
sophisticated.
fucking hurdle. Yeah. I'm gonna use big words.
He said, once I can read a book, it's over for y'all.
Over for you bitches.
You also get a +1 to your intelligence, Demonia.
Yes. Thank goodness. I have an 11 intelligence. I put my whole fucking pussy into charisma. That's it. I'm a charismatic character.
Override
That's it.
score to a 12.
And
You now have a
constitution.
+1 in intelligence. Good for you.
Alright. That's awesome.
Yeah, a Flanagan. I've had to roll for a Flanagan on his hunting game, and he got an 8. So he got 1 ration. That's all.
You
His
caught
entire
one
week,
squirrel.
he taught Orgweeb how to read and got 1 ration in his own personal adventures.
You come back and be like, well, I'm glad you guys had a great fucking week,
He
because
didn't
I
get much
didn't.
done.
learned a lot, lost gold. That was my week.
You got a lot of valuable information.
My
So-
D&D character is having a much better week than me character is, so I'm happy for her. I'm glad she's having a good time, making gold, starting fights. It's what she would have wanted.
Yeah.
At least one of us is having a good time. That's great. Good for her. Making us rich and intelligent.
1 week has passed. You guys spend time reading, hunting, info brokering, and just gathering intel and fixing your gear. Now it is seems like there's a little bit of a gathering outside of the party hall you were all at, where you got celebrated for your hero act of bringing the egg to Zekrom. There's about 5 or 6 other Dragonborn there, kind of talking, chattering. You can kind of gather that they're probably a part of the Order of the Dragon. You're not too familiar with these ones. You haven't really seen them before. You kind of figure they might be from around other places. But each of you, I want you to give me a intelligence check on one of them.
It's a roll out
Nat
my
20.
15.
Also a nat 20.
Wow, okay, you guys know exactly who this guy is.
We know exactly who the fuck
17.
that is.
17, 20, and 20.
See, that would sound good normally. We just rolled out a couple nat 20s. That's like a meh roll right now.
Okay, so you see one. He stands at about 6'1". He is a sea blue dragonborn. He has yellow eyes, and it kind of seems like his he has some kind of dreadlock hair that's tied up into a bun. And when you look at him, you recognize him. Way back when, at the Waterfall Citadel, there was a dragonborn and a human in knightly armor who approached you and claimed you were in the Waterfall Citadel in the after hours. You didn't get a name from him, but he appeared in episode 2. He approached you, told you guys were out after dark, you need to get home or to an inn or what have you, and shortly later you met Lyric in his garden. I don't know if you remember that, but that is something that happened. You see him, you instantly make that connection. Flanagan does too. And then a little bit of time passes by. You watch Zekrom approaches the area where there's a gathering happening. You start noticing there's wagons pulling into the village. All sorts of different races can be seen. You see elves, you see dark elves, you see half-orcs, you see humans, you see halflings, you see gnomes. You see all sorts of different races and cultures wagoning in. About 50 people arrive. There's a huge gathering around now, all sorts of chatter. But you notice Zekrom is talking to a man in particular towards the doors, alongside with Micah. He seems to be some sort of dark elf. He has grayish skin with these blue glowing eyes that don't seem to have pupils. He has long white flowing hair and these black tattoo markings all over his body, like lines kind of zigzagging all over his body. You can't really overhear the conversation all that much, but you do take notice of it. Flanagan speaks to both of you, or all 3 of you.
So, what do you guys think the meeting is going to be about? First meeting of the Order. For us, at least.
I think it's going to be about Vecna.
Do you think he did something, or? Something big enough to cause a gathering like this?
Well, the Order, from what was told to us, Vecna's come up on their radar recently.
Mm-hmm.
And he's somebody that obviously we've run into already, and so he's starting to pose more of a threat. They're concerned.
Do you think the meeting might be over our encounter with him?
I think that amongst other things. I think they have several reasons to think that he's coming back in a big way. Zekrom had little concern, though, about him coming to this village. And I think I'm a little bit more concerned about that personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that he can still find us, so I think they want to rally together and find him before he finds us. At least that's my guess.
Zekrom seems to be a hardened individual if I was in his position, and someone asked me if I was worried about somebody attacking the village I'm in charge of. I would probably say there isn't any cause to be concerned, to not spread panic. Maybe he is panicked and he's just trying not to show it. Who knows? You guys all kind of look over at Zekrom. You see he is having a very stern conversation. Doesn't really seem to be smiling. He's crossing his arms, looking down, looking back up to the dark elf. Am I talking in? Sorry, I'm talking in Flynn.
Sorry. That wasn't Flynn talking. You notice everything I just said, and you can kind of tell that Zekrom seems to just be more focused and battle hardened than he has the last few days. You can tell that for the most part, the village has recovered from the battle that occurred last week. And yeah, is there anything you guys would like to discuss with each other? Hey there, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Subspace D&D. Did you know we have a Discord? In our Discord, you can get a buttload of information that you might not be able just to gather on your own from watching our playthrough, such as different NPCs we've met along the way, to even the quests they've managed to gather along their journey. You can even see our roles as they happen during a playthrough. You can even check the Orunsoul glossary, where I personally, the game master of the campaign, put in all sorts of details about different locations or items or even characters we've met along the way on our journey in the campaign. There is all sorts of cool stuff in our Discord that you can check out, all sorts of details that might be able to help make the campaign more lively for you. If you want to join the Discord, the link will be down below. And if you don't want to join our Discord,
I will find you.
Alright, back to the campaign.
Not this time.
No.
Like, I'm ready to...
I think we're all just waiting in anticipation.
Want to know what they have to say.
What is going on?
Okay.
I think Orgweave is more concerned about, like, is this going to be her problem? And, like, I mean that. She's, like, unsure. She's, like, she's starting to doubt herself. She's starting to question herself. She's like, can I handle even something like this?
I'm
Do you
gonna
wanna-
lean.
Do you want to
everything
roleplay that a little bit? Say it to your party mates, or you just going to keep it to yourself?
I'm going to keep it to myself. She's very private about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna lean into the
Out.
group and just say, I hope I'm the one who kills Vecna.
Go
And
for
then
it.
just walk towards the door.
You're gonna try to kill him?
I hope I get the last blow. Those people get out of history books. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty
You
cool.
know, people who die end up in history books too. So.
That is also true.
But everyone dies.
That is true too.
Die in a badass way. Or you
Corin,
could die by getting stabbed in the back by an orc. I mean,
you told me you were out info brokering. What were you able to find out?
Oh, there's some people that there's a lot of stuff actually going on in the area that we're in right now. There's a guy a potion person, is needing an herb that's down by that lake, by Peleus, but
Ooh.
apparently it's being guarded by some sea beast. But he's willing to pay for the retrieval of the herb. Unfortunately, the herb is under the water where the beast is. So
Ooh.
yeah, it all sounded great until they're like, oh, if the herb's just on the beach, sure, it can go grab it. No, it's in the water.
yeah, I don't
see,
do water beasts.
Yeah, Flanagan rests his hand on Demonia's shoulder and just goes,
This one can't go in the water anyway.
No, you won't catch me fighting water beasts. They'll have to meet me on land where I can keep my feet planted.
It'll be a 3v1 instead of a 4v1.
Well,
Demonia,
maybe we lure it towards the.
if
or-
you can get him in land's reach, yeah, I'll hit
Oh,
him. But I'm not going down for the flower.
You can yell things and it hurts people's feelings, so
Yeah.
you could yell at it.
Maybe you can intimidate the beast.
Yeah,
From above ground. Yeah,
yeah, on solid ground.
get him up on that land. Yeah, he's mine.
Oh, there's a one of the blade smiths and the armor smiths are looking for this strange ore that's in a cave that they're willing to pay top dollar for. A dragon steel, I believe was the name of it.
Dragon steel?
Right. I've never heard of it, but
I have
apparently It's
Is it a land cave?
yeah. Oh, well, actually, I don't know if there's any water in it, but they did not disclose that information. They only said that there's this ore. Ore is usually has some form of water nearby, but does not necessarily mean that there's water within.
Maybe like a pond.
Maybe, or like a grotto or something along those
Okay.
lines.
I can do a
But-
pond.
What's so special about this ore?
Apparently once it's heated up and reforged, whatever's made of it cannot be destroyed by conventional means. So it's an unbreakable whatever you have made with it. Apparently it cuts,
Pretty
like your weapon will cut deeper with it, or stab straighter along those lines. So it's stuff like that. There's a really creepy village where children are disappearing.
Oh. Sounds like a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, so apparently this has been going on for a while, but they were kind of hush hush about it, but they are suffering from this children in the middle of the night up and disappearing, and they don't really have an idea of where they're going.
What
They're
the?
just going.
That seems so much more pressing than like everything else.
That
I don't know, that ore sounds pretty cool.
That one, well, there's also this eyeglass that someone had that they went to a place called the Dork Tower, and this shadow creature is there, and this person dropped their eyeglass, and they want it retrieved. They're willing to pay top coin for it. I believe it was several hundred gold that they're wanting for the retrieval of it. But it's a shadow thing showed up and scared them, and that's a little nerve-wracking. There wasn't a whole lot of information on what it was. But yeah, but the one for the if the children one, they're willing to pay 2,000
2,000 gold?
for bringing
Kevin.
the children back. Well, uncovering what happened and bringing the children back. If you just uncover what happened and you don't have the children, it's half. You only get 1,000.
What if the children are dead when we bring them back?
That wasn't part of the stipulations. Yeah, we could get like a wheelbarrow if we need to, and
Jesus
just
Christ.
Yeah, we
Take-
could lug him back. Has
Yeah.
the circus gone through that town anytime recently?
I don't know.
That's
It
the
was-
question.
That's how I found my parents.
Hey DM,
No.
was that brought up? Was the Nightmare Circus? Did that end
Nightville.
up? No, thank you, Nightville. Did that end up coming through?
You.
Don't know.
You do not know.
Okay, that was not okay.
That's Demoinia's immediate thought.
It's a possibility. Demonia, you were heisted by them, right?
Yeah, I was jacked as a child, right out of my town. So
The
who
tracks.
knows that they're not just targeting one town with particularly strong children?
How
like a
many
beat.
children have gone missing from this town?
He's checking his handy dandy notepad.
Correct.
He said,
Don't know, just children. No numbers actually been brought up. Enough to raise suspicion.
Okay.
So,
But you know who we go to like talk about all this, right?
but yeah,
Where we
yeah,
need to go.
oh, yeah.
Cool.
So
We can figure all that stuff out later then. I
Yeah.
think we should deal with that though.
yeah.
That sounds
Someone
like
should
we
deal
can
with it,
both-
right?
I would think. Missing
Who
children is kind
is
of a big
someone
deal.
not dealing with it?
I don't know.
Pussies?
well, they're probably thinking someone else will take care of it. It's a common thing, like someone will get to it, and then no one ever does. Kind of like a fire. Oh, there's a fire.
It's not like
Somebody will get to it.
I
Maybe
don't think
there's
in
just a
either
lot
of
of
those
fires.
situations that is how that's
I
dealt
think
with.
this place needs to rework its like moral priorities.
This place needs Bob.
This
right.
place needs Bob.
Hopefully
Give
he
me a
kind
beat.
of raises his hands in the air.
Bob!
Bob will find the children.
Bob will find the children.
I was gonna say we could all line up and do a letter, but we get booed real fast, so I think we should get going.
As you guys are talking, you
How do you
hear
make
the
a bee?
wooden doors creak open, and you
Lowercase,
instantly
you can't-
notice. You instantly notice that a dark elf, Zekrom, and Micah walk in first, and people quickly follow afterward. Do you guys all go in?
Yes.
Okay.
After
You
we're
walk
doing
in-
our weird bee thing, we're all just, oh shit.
Like, oh fuck it.
You walk into the hall, and you notice the same wooden tables and wooden benches. But along the pillars that hold up the truss for the roof, you notice there's lanterns on each one with a blue flame. Unlike last time, they had a orange flame.
Wow,
The podium is still at the front,
fancy.
and you see Zekrom is walking towards the podium, along with Micah and this particular dark elf that I explained earlier. And you watch as Micah and Zekrom both stand to the side of the podium, and the dark elf steps up and stands directly behind the podium like he is going to be the one speaking. Everybody starts taking their seats. Do you guys take your seats?
Yeah.
Alright, you take your seats, you guys all sit at a table. You instantly see Steve jumps up on the table and sits down and kind of turns his head towards the podium like he's ready to listen as well. Your roach or weeb is kind of just crawling all over your arm. You guys listen and wait patiently.
Perfect.
Can I try to pluck Orweeb's roach off of her as a joke
Sure.
while we're waiting?
Yeah, you grab at the roach, or weeb, you watch as Demonia grabs the roach with 2 fingers and kind of dangles the roach in front of you.
As if it is an uncontrolled instinct, I'm gonna spit on her.
Okay.
Like, not like super aggressively, but just
Not
like
do
very,
that.
just like very quick, like.
Yeah,
Like a llama.
Demonia, or weeb spits on you.
I'm gonna spit back real aggressively and chuck a roach back at her face and be like, "That was a joke, God!" And then like
I'm just
turn
gonna
forward
say-
and wait for the guy at the podium.
I'm gonna like lean into her. I'm just gonna say, sorry. It's become like a habit whenever someone tries to take him from me. It happened a lot, believe it or not, when I was younger.
Wait, so
And then I'm just gonna like sit back in my like place and just like not make eye contact or even look at her. Just gonna
Or,
look
like
forward.
wipe my face off all mad and like shake my arms, like settle into my seat. Like it was a
spat,
joke. What just
spat on a lot of people then. That... Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Well, let's try and keep our decorum. People see us as one of them here, so let's refrain from this.
Well, one of us spit.
Well, don't take the roach. You don't need to be
Orweeb
playing...
is so anxious, she's like actually shaking. This is the first time she's ever been part of something important. She didn't
gonna
realize
kinda-
how important the egg thing was until it really happened. Now she knows how to read, so like all this stuff is crazy to her.
Now you're
She's
roped
shaking
into
like a
this.
leaf. Her anxiety is
I'm gonna nudge her knee a little bit and be like, "Trust me, you're not gonna save the world today. Just sit and listen."
okay.
As Demonia says that, a voice speaks. I wish I could be here under better circumstances. The dark elf begins to talk.
Hey, thanks for watching our video today. We really appreciate it. If you want to keep seeing us, make sure to give us a follow and turn on the notification bell so it'll keep popping up. If you want to see Subspace in action, we have a Twitch that we stream on every other week, or our little journeys. If you want to really get into it, we have a Subspace D&D that you can join. It's a whole community. So thank you so much for watching us today. We really appreciate it.